And it's good news here because in California, we get a lot of sun. And it works.
Yeah, exactly. The one place where you're not getting much of that, well, along the coast, because you're along the coast, and that's just how it goes. But also, for the first time in almost 5 weeks, high-def Doppler is actually showing some rain right now for the northern half of Napa County. We'll zoom in for a closer look at this thunderstorm that's spreading some rain into St. Helena, and there's plenty of heavier rain right now right over Lake Berryessa. That's all hidden underneath the orange and red on the radar, and a few cloud-to-ground lightning strikes still showing up. Not as many as we had just a little while ago. So as the cloud-to-ground lightning pattern becomes less intense, it indicates that the storm is weakening, but it's still holding together right now. And as it tracks farther to the south, it could make its way as far south as Napa, maybe even into Solano County and Fairfield, but that's going to be around sunset, and that's when a lot of energy gets removed from the atmosphere, so this thing is expected to fall apart. It's been sparked by an upper-level storm system that isn't all that powerful, but just added a little instability to the atmosphere and also produced that onshore wind that we had today. But as it moves farther inland, the onshore wind is going to be weaker, which means inland parts of the Bay Area are going to be warmer for the next couple of days. No major changes in the forecast through the end of the work week, but then some big changes are looming in time for the weekend. Thanks to this big storm system, it's going to be sweeping in with the first chance of widespread rain that we've seen around the Bay Area in over a month. Again, not counting that little thunder shower. It's ongoing right now for northern Napa County. Looking outside, looking west from Salesforce Tower, here are the high temperatures from today, which for the most part, quite a bit cooler than they were yesterday. That's stronger onshore breeze pushed the cool air farther inland. Upper 50s for Half Moon Bay and San Francisco, and then low to mid 60s for most of us. Close to 70 in Concord, into the 70s in Santa Rosa. You're the one spot that managed to warm up into the 70s while everybody else was in the 50s and 60s. And that's still the case right now. It's 70 exactly in Fairfield, 72 degrees in Santa Rosa. Everybody else, 50s and 60s, 50 on the nose right now, Half Moon Bay, 56 degrees at SFO, and actually the temperature downtown is very similar with mid to upper 50s on the east side of the bay as well. Gusty winds out there that are going to gradually relax as we head through the rest of tonight, but for the next few hours, those winds are still going to try to move you around on the road, and if you're wearing a hat outside, it's going to try to take it right off your head. We're going to be tracking those wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile an hour range until about 8, 9 o'clock. But then calmer winds tomorrow. Still an onshore wind, so it's still going to be cool around the bay and along the coast, but it's not going to be strong enough to really push that cool air as far inland as it did today, and that's going to be reflected in the high temperature pattern that we see on the map tomorrow. Low temperatures very similar to what we had this morning, mostly in the mid to upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Temperatures tomorrow top out about 2 to 4 degrees below average around the bay, as opposed to 4 to 6 degrees below average today. So a little bit of improvement today, or tomorrow rather. Temperatures farther inland are going to reach up into the mid 70s for San Jose and Concord, about 4 or 5 degrees above average. We'll zoom in for a closer look. Still just mid to upper 50s along the coast, mid to upper 60s to the low 70s around the south end of the bay, just depending on exactly how much of that bay breeze you get. Temperatures into the Santa Clara Valley with the lighter wind. They're going to be warmer. Temperatures into the mid-70s, not just for San Jose, but all the surrounding communities as well. Low to mid-70s for the Tri-Valley, with the warmest temperatures east of the Diablo Range, getting up to around 80 degrees. Not nearly that warm around the bay. Temperatures upper 50s for San Francisco, low to mid-60s on the east side of the bay, and then back into the low to mid-70s. Not much change for the North Bay. Temperatures pretty consistent with what you've seen for the past couple of days. One of the warmer spots on the map tomorrow, Cloverdale, reaching all the way up to around 83 degrees. As we look ahead to the weekend rain chance, we're going to put a couple of forecast models side by side here and wind the clock forward. They have plenty of areas of agreement in that there's a good chance of rain as we head into the weekend. Where they differ is how much rain. The European forecast model is much more enthusiastic about the amount of rain, how early it moves in, how long it sticks around. The American forecast model still shows some rain, so that's good news that they agree on that point. We're going to pick up at least some moisture, but we'd like to see the amounts that the European model is squeezing out because it shows just more of it, lasting even into the early hours of Monday morning before we gradually dry out as we go through the rest of the day on Monday. Temperatures will be cooler as the rain moves in, and then we're going to gradually return to near average temperatures as we head towards the middle of next week.